Sam from Road Trail Run here. I want to give you my initial video review of the Hoka One EVO Speedgoat after a 18-mile hike of very old rail trail with a very steep slide climb and a run on my usual test loop. The EVO Speedgoat is a variant of the well-known Speedgoat, and what it does is it uses a new Matryx upper with kevlar fibers, a very soft, pliable upper, and some streamlining of the heel collar to reduce the weight of the Speedgoat down to about 9.3 ounces or 264 grams. The regular Speedgoat weighs about 10.3 ounces or 292 grams. So what this has done is made the Speedgoat, EVO Speedgoat, the racing shoe of choice for the Hoka elites. And in terms of its recent achievements, of course, the athlete's always the most important thing. Jim Walmsley set the Western States 100 record in them, and he also finished a magnificent third at Sierre Zinal in Switzerland, a 30-kilometer race that combines a lot of steep climbing, flats, and a very steep downhill finish. So the underfoot platform, as far as I can tell, is the same as the regular Speedgoat. So we have a 32 millimeter heel, 28 millimeter forefoot, 4 millimeter drop. But what's quite different than, for example, the Speedgoat 2 over here or the EVO Mafate 1 is that our EVO Speedgoat is actually a flexible Hoka, and I really like that. I found that the ride is much smoother, less kind of hiking boot-like than prior Speedgoats have been for me, but maybe not quite as responsive and snappy as the somewhat higher stack at 35-31, 10.5 ounce EVO Mafate 1 is. Now, the EVO Mafate 2 shares the same upper as the EVO Speedgoat, and here's a picture. So it's a Matryx upper. It's much softer than the EVO Mafate 1's very rigid, or quite rigid, upper with no gusset at the front. So we often felt right in here. What we have here on the EVO Speedgoat is a very soft upper with this slightly stretched Lycra insert. This is a very comfortable toe box, which should banish many of the concerns that people had about the Speedgoat 2 and 3, and here's a picture of comparing those two up front. So there are no overlays on the side, and I noticed a little bit less front of the shoe stability as a result compared to the Speedgoat 2 and the even the EVO Mafate. But this is a shoe for going fast on most trail terrain. You'll get a lot of comfort. There's less padding around the collars. The tongue is a booty construction with a little bit of a booty. You can sort of see it in there, and it's a kind of rubbery material. It sits very well. I had no issues even with 12 stream crossings. Very rarely did I have to retie the shoe. Very comfortable, wraps the foot really well and comfortably. So overall, the upper is really a great choice for long races where foot swelling is an issue. And what I noticed during the 12 over the ankle stream crossings is because the Matryx upper is a single layer, and it's a bit difficult to show, but if looking through it, you can see on the sides that the mesh is really transparent or open, that it drained incredibly well. It drained almost instantly through a stream, no squish, off I went. So it's a very comfortable upper. I imagine, I haven't run it in heat, that it'll also be super breathable. Now, the midsole to me feels a little softer and bouncier than the regular Speedgoat. It's a little bit softer than the EVO Mafates, and I particularly like the combination of the flexibility and the rocker. I really felt when I was on my test loop, which is about almost 6 miles, combines a bit of everything, single track, some meadows, some rocky sections, and even some road, that the ride here was just super smooth and really quite stable for that terrain. Underfoot, we have our Vibram Mega Grip. I don't really see any changes there compared to prior Speedgoats. So we're going to be having our full multi-tester review with Dom Layfield, Jeff Valeri, and Jacob Brady real soon, but wanted to give you this first impression of the EVO Speedgoat, which is really a fine all-arounder. Super light if you think about that huge 32 millimeter heel, 28 millimeter stack, tons of cushion, tons of rock protection, all for about 9.3 ounces or 264 grams, so about an ounce lighter than the Speedgoat, and even a bit more than an ounce lighter than the EVO Mafate 2. So this is a great new option from Hoka. I think it's going to be a very popular one. At its limits, maybe the one place it may not shine quite as well as the original Speedgoat is on super technical terrain, taken fast, but we'll see what all our testers think. It's $160 and it's available now. Thank you very much for watching Road Trail Run.